So this was an extension of that, and it turned out amazing in my opinion.
Always gonna ask everybody this, when we do more lives and more, Players TV stuff and more Kai Family Foundation stuff, and when we do more with, on a peaking of a little merch as well, just really staying behind the scenes of, and all that. But what type of advice would you give, our younger generation, that you wish that you had received years ago?
Honestly, to just go for it, to not worry about what other people think. If that's the biggest takeaway the takeaway advice that I can give. I obviously started out on a whole different path. I graduated from Temple University with an accounting degree and realized that this was not the path that was for me. While it was great, I got my business background. I interned at Nike and was able to explore accounting in a different space, but I still realized that there was the creativity part, the artist in me was really missing, and I really wanted to be able to share that. So go for it. Just please go for it. Don't worry about what anyone else has to say, your parents have to say, your aunties, your cousins. If that's the path that you want to take, figure out a way and it will come to you.
Yeah.
Um, I worked, my little tell off to find new opportunities as soon as I graduated to see how I can get in the fashion industry. I've been blessed to be able to meet people that have also helped me feel safe and feel just really supported in the fashion industry. Um,
Hmm.
and I took that and ran with it.
Yeah.
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 Just,
So
just
go for
yes, go for it. Be yourself. Honor yourself and honor your crafts, honor your talent, because you were given a God-given talent for a reason. So
it. Yeah.
please don't waste it. We don't have time, obviously.
Hmm. No.
2020 has shown.
Yeah. It's yeah. We over the last few years, just being grateful for life and
Yes,
appreciate, that we all can do some healing work. Like it's a. So I get it. I,
yes.
I think the type of advice I would give to a lot of young people, the younger generation, as I say, like I'm only 28 and you're 29, but the younger generation is don't feel locked up in a box in education. I think your mind will always be more valuable than being fast and being strong. Being a scholar of your craft. And when I say craft, it could be poetry, it can be becoming an author, it could be being an artist. Just be scholarly. When you're scholarly, I feel like education is a never-ending process in that sense. Don't get tied up in conforming to worrying about high school drama and fitting in and Instagram and trying to be a digital identity, an identity of a person that we know our parents didn't raise us like that. As we got older, it took time, more experiences, but I think go through these experiences being gentle. And I'm learning a lot more about the younger generation and what they're privy to being awakened to now. Like we didn't have shamans around the corner and healing houses and people that do Reiki and people that know about meditation. Like this wasn't these aren't things that we heard in school. Like in order to unlock your true self. And I think that's the thing I would tell them is fight the good fight and understand that there is race battles out here. There are, capital battles out there. There are disenfranchised, marginalized communities, especially Black and Brown and Hispanic and Latin and Native that, a lot of us that have made it to these particular platforms want to change it. And we want to change it by giving the opportunity and giving back in a way where there is a system of belief and hope that we can have our own, and it's hard being in there without your brothers and sisters in there and other kings and queens, because I'm not the only person that can make change or speak about this. There are so many others that either play athletics or, write books for a living or anything that still make change in what they're doing. So I always want that to be in my mind as I wake up with a purpose is I've done my job. Like I've done my job of making it somewhere, but I haven't done it enough to serve others in the fashion. And that's an everyday thing. Like I'm like, yeah, how many people can I help today? Like how many, a simple smile on the street, a simple hello, I love you to a family member, because as you said before, to your point, life is but a blink of an eye, but a twinkle in this universe. So, how do you use creativity as a way to unlock your true self?
Um, well, naturally, I'm a really shy person. I grew up shy. I was really quiet. So my creativity allows me to really, well, different, but creativity really allows me to just be my truest self. It allows me to be able to just express myself in such a different way by what I wear, by the details that I pay attention to. Um, it just allows me to just really be free,
Yeah.
honestly, which is the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to become a kid again and to be in that space where you feel free to do and share as you please. So that's how creativity allows me to unlock myself. But how does it allow you to unlock yourself?
Uh, well, I, I don't know.
You do know you've been sharing
I,
us. You can record.
like creativity. I don't even want to try to define it. It's just like fun. It makes me all warm and fuzzy because I get to create moments with so many great people and like take away just like this whole idea of like just being a human. I just think about being a spirit. Like I've been able to travel for lifetimes. And I'm not going to get into that, but a creativity for me is taking something and mashing it all together and sharing it with somebody and then you guys just having a moment that it's not even about. I don't know. I'm gonna go all around the place. Creativity. I go on a tangent. I'm not gonna do that. Creativity unlocks my true self because it allows me to show who I really am, and I get to speak my truth. And
Yeah.
that's it. That's all I want is to be able to share that experience, pass it along, make a better way for Zori and my kids moving forward. And, the lady in my life and my aunts and my sisters, because they are the true queens that I come from. So my creativity is like, man, I really just love showing love. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. I love showing love. But
That's exactly
um,
what it's about.
same token, the creativity also allows me to be very disciplined and to work. I learned how to work in fine lines. Basketball is only 4 lines. People think, we're like superheroes on the court. And though we are inspirations for others to make it to a platform like that or to have an opportunity to do what we do, in those 4 lines, you have to be an artist. You got to create. I went back in the backyard and I used to be dreaming of playing against Magic, Kobe, Jordan. You remember, like, and I used to count down in the backyard and have that creativity in my mind and imagination to go out and create moves. When people see me play now, they're like, man, he's the dribbling god. He's this. And I'm like, no, I'm a complete player. Like, I never wanted to be anything but that, to have fun playing ball. And then once you add in all the criticism and all that stuff and the construction of trying to be like a perfect NBA player or a perfect player, it's like, nah, I did this to have fun. I did this for the love. I love the fandom. I love the competition, but I love creating freely, like you said, to free myself. When I'm out there in the court, I'm most happiest when I'm out there doing my job, but also doing it in a way that entertains and makes people happy. I'm not no dancing person out there that oh yeah, let's do it. Come on. Like, no, I'm not that. I'm not that. I never was that. I'll never be that, somebody of a commodity that people make fun of and they don't, oh yeah, well, he off the court. Like, no, it's about on the court. Look at my resume, look at the classics, look at my art. I've created it for going on 10 plus years now. Don't play with me. Don't play with what I do on a day and out basis to provide and go out there and create. You know what I mean? I'm away from my family for 7 months out of the year. I'm out there front lines, activism. I'm out there trying to continue to spread light to Breonna Taylor and say her name and all our women. Like, this is a life that encompasses a lot more than just shooting a damn basketball. So it's like my creativity leads to all that. How can I show love to more of those that don't have that voice? I'm always a believer in that because in this sense, when we're talking age and, media websites and all this in the life of the industry, they'll take all this and mash it up and give it out to people and it's not creative. It's like a bunch of nonsense. It's not about the truth about that person. Like what I stand for is sharing love, connecting people, and I just happen to play NBA basketball. Like, you know what I mean? I just happen God given. Like my ancestors loved me playing ball. I'll tell you that. I'm grateful for that. And no, I'm grateful for that. So let me stay on point. Um, you know me, Ace. I could start talking about a bunch of things at once, but talk to me about the challenges that you faced early on when you first got in this, into into your industry or into your passions or into what wakes you up every single day. What was the most challenging thing?
Um, I think it was finding my lane. The way that I stepped into my role as a stylist was very unique in itself. Obviously, you text me one day like, "Hey, I need a stylist, and I think it should be you." So I love you for trusting my vision. That's the way it
Hey,
happened.
nah, it was too much. But why am I paying a stylist 70 grand just to go shopping for me? Like, I'm
I
what the
I
hell? Like, it doesn't
I, I
make
love.
sense.
I know it doesn't.
For every wearing the same thing, like there are people that across, like there's this unisex wearing of clothes and fashion. I was like, yo, we have the same Balenciagas, we have the same Louboutins, we have the same Gucci, we had the same Louis Vuitton. Like, what about streetwear? I had no idea about it. I thought spending a bunch of money on all that luxury and all these brand names was gonna make me seem like I had it all going on. So it was easy to call you like, yo, Age, like, yo,
I,
I'm tired of spending 50,000
I'm
to buy. Nothing wrong with those brands. Nothing wrong with those brands. I was
yes,
just like spending way too much money there.
yes. I was really nervous at first when you gave me that call, but as soon as I jumped into it, I decided to trust in myself and have
Mhm.
faith in my ability. It's funny because for years we used to talk about like, oh, how about you wear this? How about you wear that? And that I'm a stylist and to be able to style others is very good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I done lost my train of thought.
No, no, no. You good. You good. So let me tie it back in.
Okay.
Moving forward, do you want to talk about what we'd be doing uh, as collaborators now? Now you enter into the Kyrie official